Hello everyone, my name's Frank. I'd like to welcome you to the show. The show's been doing really good lately. We've had just hundreds of new subscribers every day, thousands of views. Really like to thank everyone that's helping to support the channel. The idea of the channel was when we first started is to try to get some producers interested in making it into a TV show. So this is really helping to get the word out. And if you enjoy the show, you know a producer, well, please share the link with them. Anyhow, so this week we're going to do some SRT work. So every once in a while when we're just exploring a mine, and we've went into some pretty nasty places, small tight cracks in through deep water. Every once in a while you get into a big shaft, a hole that goes straight down, and you wonder, oh, what the heck's in there? So now with SRT, that's a way to safely to go down these straight shafts, and that's what we're going to be doing this week. We've gone through a bunch of real deep holes and gotten the bottom of them. So we're going to show you how the single rope technique, SRT, works. Quick little demo on it, and then we're going to go into some of these real deep shafts. Stay tuned to the end of the show. If we've taped a whole bunch of stuff over the summer, and then we're kind of running out of material. So when that's all done, we'll be done for this the first season. So we're going to be doing some work in the shop, and then we'll start up again in the spring. So if you want to know how you can be notified of new shows and stuff that are coming up and how to navigate through the YouTube thing a little, stay tuned for the very end, and then we'll kind of explain that to you a little bit. So we're just going to roll the intro, and we're going to show a quick intro, and then we'll show you how the SRT works, and then we're going to go down into some of these real steep shafts. Okay everyone, so we're just doing a quick demo on SRT. I'm no expert in it, but just to kind of explain how this works. So first, I'm going to open this up. This is called a Petzl rig, and it's a type of a belay device. So it's important to get this right. If it's in the wrong position, it won't work. So it basically just goes in like this. Quite simple. And then it locks in like so. So that's the way it works. This is a brake, so it won't let you go down, eh? It goes like this, and you just hold on to this like this, and this lets you down slowly. It will lock into place and it won't move up or down. But if we're going up, we need to have it in this position. It works like a ratchet. So what we're going to do is we're going to go up first. Now this is called an ascender. It's pretty cool how it works. You just stick it on the rope, and it goes up, but it won't come down. So, you can pull yourself up with your arm, but that's a lot of work. So what we're going to do is you have a foot strap here. Show you how this works. And you just put it on your foot, because your foot has got a lot more power than your arms do. So we just go like this, and we lift ourselves up. So it's pretty easy. We go up. Okay. Now, since we're all the way up here, you can lock this like this. Now it won't go up or down. You're totally safe. You can do whatever. So now we got a transition to going down. So this ascender just comes right off. Just clip it on your belt. Just throw it on the ground for now. And then we'll show you how to come down. So when you're coming down, you need to have one hand on this rope at all times. That way, even if it was in freewheel mode, you wouldn't fall. So basically just go like this and you lower yourself down. So it's pretty safe and easy. So, you know, you can use this for going up and down vertical sections, or even if you're just going down there where there's a rotten ladder or something, where there's a chance that something is going to give away on you, you can just use this as a safety device. I think it's far easier and better than other belay devices. There's racks and other simple things, but things can go wrong with them. This is a $200, and I think this is just the state of the art. It's really safe. You know, there's just, so long as you put it in properly, there's no chance that anything's really going to go wrong with it. If you thread it the opposite way around, then you will have a problem with it. It won't work. So it has to be threaded properly. So you put it in, you want to test it, make sure that it's good before you use it every time. So that's just kind of a real basic introduction to SRT. So now we'll go into the mines and we'll show you how it works in some real nasty little shafts. We'll go down.
You got your...
I might have to reposition this.
Your
code or something. How's that gonna work?
make it layer out. You mean to make it drape over the edge a bit more?
Like that. Look here, man. Are we gonna do this? So this is a really nasty hole going straight down. This is way further and deeper than I've ever tried to do anything with SRT. But well, we're gonna go, I guess. So, got it all tied up good. It's nice and safe there. That's just a spring from the rope.
Yeah.
And then we're just slowly going to work our way down. Basically, it's just keep working our way down slowly but surely. It's just one step at a time. It's when you're doing a long journey, you don't look at how far it is. Just put your feet up like this and just one step at a time. And, it's going good so far. It's actually not that steep, you know, there's a lot of ledges in here.
So we reached the very bottom of this long shaft, and we're looking down, and it looks like it might be plugged. Hopefully it's not. We'll see if we can get by there or not. Oh, we released our harness, and we're at the bottom of this big monster shaft. We're worried this is going to be plugged off. Well, it may be yet. At least we can get a little ways further. Yeah. Nope, she's going to be plugged. Unfortunately, we better make sure because we worked pretty hard to get this far down. If there's any chance we can get it. Anyway, we're going to see. No rats down here. They wouldn't have no way of getting down here anyways. Getting through here. A big horseshoe though. Doesn't look promising here. You know, there's always a chance it could get a little further. I don't think you can get much further. I think we're done. Yeah. Yeah, I guess we can start coming back up. Alright. So that's it. So as far as we're getting, it's a plugged off horseshoe. Well, didn't get anything. Now we've got a big, long, tough climb to go back up, but hey, it's helped us out on our SRT experience. Looks like there was lots of ore went down here over the years. I got not much rope left, so a long ways down. Okay. I'm coming back up. It don't go nowhere. So back up we go. I wish I was at the top. It's a long fucking ways to go. That's all good. Oh. Where'd you go?
I'm right here.
Oh, way back there. Okay. Well, I'm gonna scrub over the collar here.
Yeah, it's that's the most difficult. Well, a lot of work coming up, but it's awkward coming out.
Oh, there we go.
Somebody's happy to see you. Looks like Max is all.
Oh. I don't think it'd be too anxious to repeat that. Fuck, that's a lot of work. We're at the city of Paris, and this is a huge shaft going straight down. It's a very old shaft. It's probably where they first started the mine, and we're going to head down to there. So we got the GoPro on the helmet there, so it's a little shaky. It doesn't pick up sound at all because it's on your helmet, and so we have to do the narration afterwards. So the big hazard in this mine, as you can see, it's not. You're always worried about falling, hundreds of feet down, but it's not likely to happen. But the bigger problem is you can see all this loose material here, and if the rope and stuff dislodges or something underneath there, and even just a small rock falls, 100 feet, it'll be pretty nasty. So you really have to watch for the loose material. So, and this is a really bad place to go down. It's not bad if you're just below the loose material, but as you can see, we're kind of making our way down, and we'd been better off actually right over the middle of the shaft where you wouldn't be touching anything. And I'm kind of making my way down pretty slowly. You can see all this wrought material here. There was a whole bunch of timbers and cribbing that were in there. This is probably, at least 120 years old or so, around the turn of the century, and it's just rotted, and the gravel and stuff is kind of backed up against it. And as you go down, we try to kind of move as much stuff. You see a little bit of loose stuff coming down, but it's not really a problem because it's just above us, so it's not going to hurt us. We're really worried about this rock, this big rock here. So I decided to go up there because if that big rock falls, that's going to be nasty. So I climbed back up here, and I don't feel it's loose, but we're actually able to get that out of there because I'm really worried about this rock as we're coming down. So we're going to go up a little higher, and there we go. There's that big rock gone. So now we just got a lot of kind of all that wrought material, and there's lots of loose stuff, and it's coming down, and that's actually good, because the less of that stuff is up there, hanging up there, it's good. So it kind of went down a little ways there, and there's a whole bunch of cribbing and stuff there, and I got my pack up there on a small ledge just below there, and kind of okay there. So the problem is that there's not very much room on the ledge. It's real skinny, so I took my pack off, and I really don't want to go down anymore because this loose material is over top of me. But as I look off further, there's a crosscut level. So I took my pack off, and I threw my pack off into this crosscut level. Now I'm going to unhook my line because I can kind of climb along this ledge and then jump to this next level. So that's what I'm going to do here. And if I had the line, it would have probably held me up. So I didn't think it was too bad doing it. So I went ahead and climbed out on this narrow ledge. And there we go. And hopped off there.
And the reason I threw my rope over there is I can grab my rope again because I need my rope to go up. Now this crosscut level is really fascinating. It's got a bunch of square timbers that from the square set method. It's just like a Lego set. They made these timbers together and built the square set. It's all collapsed in there. It's really old. It's an ancient way of mining. So we kind of checked out that level a little bit. It had pretty cool ledges and stuff up there, and lots of remnants of the square set. What I wanted to do is have a peek down there. I didn't want to continue on the path that I was at because there's too much loose stuff. I didn't want to be underneath it, but I wanted to have a look underneath there to see how much further that shaft went straight down. Like it was just plugged a little ways down there, then I wouldn't want to worry about it and come back. So we're just kind of trying to move the loose material out of the way and slowly try to sneak out there and have a look down into the shaft. I really didn't want to go too far onto there, and I didn't want to dislodge anything, so we're kind of carefully, I'm hooked up to the rope, and we're just kind of trying to push a little bit of loose stuff off of there and have a look down that shaft. And the shaft is a long ways down, and we couldn't see anything obstructed there, so I think actually that shaft would be good underneath there. Could probably go down a long ways to lower levels of the City of Paris mine. But not the way that we went. There's an opening at the very top. We could have just went maybe straight down without actually touching that ledge at all. So maybe come back and do that sometime. So now we decided what I decided to do is I'm climbing my way up. I tied my pack to the very middle, and I'm going to start the climb back up to the top of the shaft where we came down. So I'm basically just kind of climbing along there. And I've got my Petzl rig on there, so we keep it taut. So if I fall off there, I'm not going to fall very far down there. But I'm along the side of the shaft, so there's not really any danger of any loose stuff hitting me. So I'm at that ledge, the first ledge when I first came down. So we're just kind of keep climbing along there. Take my time. You really got to think about what you're doing and really take your time because there's no rush. You don't want to be making a poor decision. So slowly along that ledge there, I climb along there and think about my next move, and then I just keep sucking that rope up. So if I fall, I'm not going to go down very far. I'm here by myself, so I'm trying to be careful. So now we put the sender on. We're just clamping the sender onto I don't use the foot part because it's not really that steep there. It's just kind of unstable. So it's not really difficult to climb up there. You can almost climb up there without any of this equipment. But the reason that you need this is if all of a sudden a bunch of this stuff is loose and it falls down, it's okay. You can just step out of the side, out of the way, and you'd be safe, because then you're not going to fall down. If a bunch of loose stuff underneath your foot or something were to give away, you'd be safe, So here we are. So we're just slowly just using the sender with one hand, pull myself up, and then with the other hand, I just keep pulling the slack up on the Petzl rig, and we'll climb our way up. So, like I say, it's really loose here and lots of real rotten stuff. I didn't want to push too much stuff down. For one thing, my rope was down the shaft, so if you push too many rocks and stuff down there, maybe going to cut your rope or do damage to the rope. And then also, if we want to go down there, we don't want to plug that shaft off, so we don't want to push too much stuff down. So, we definitely like to come back here someday, but we'd have to go right from the very top, from the opening, rather than going along the side here. So I tied my pack on in the middle of the rope, and this actually worked out perfectly, and I was able to slowly pull it up, and nothing got damaged, and it pulled up nicely. I was worried about getting snagged, but never did, and we pulled it up, and we're off to the next adventure. This is the Denoro mine, the one with that cave tubing adventure. I went way in there. So there's a great big shaft on the top there. I'm with Terry here today, and there's a big shaft that goes straight down there. So we're kind of curious to see if that actually hooks up into one of those shafts way underground on our cave tubing adventure, and we will go down there. So this one doesn't have too much loose material in there, a little bit in there. Just near the collar there's a railway track you can see there. So we just kind of put this little carpet on there to protect it a little bit. So it's a lot safer. There's not a lot of loose material in there. And slowly start working our way down there. So this shaft went down quite a long ways. And same thing. I mean, you just basically you just slowly go down, a couple feet at a time. Some people would just rappel down there pretty quick there, but we go down fairly slow because we're right on the edge here, so it's not really that hard. You don't really. It seems dangerous to lean back, but that's actually the safest way to do it. You just lean back as far as you can. You just use your feet, and you just walk straight down with your feet. That's actually the best way to do it. It's unnatural, but you get used to it after a while. The boots that I have spikes on them. They call them corks. They're loggers boots, and they're a pretty good grip on this kind of rough type of rock. Okay, so got down there, and it wasn't really that difficult to get down there. A few little ledges and stuff, and I could see down. It's probably about another 20 feet. It didn't look like there was anything below that. The problem was it was straight up and down to get to the very last part, but so we did end up going, or I guess I ended up going down to the bottom, and the same thing was all plugged off there. And I think that's really common with the horseshoes. They go straight down, and then they go at an angle, and then because otherwise you wouldn't want to have the ore going straight down on a horseshoe because it would damage it. So these shafts or these ore passes go straight down, and then they kind of go at an angle to flatten out, and they get plugged there because you get so much material in there. So, but it was kind of a fun little thing to go down. So fair ways down, we went down, and unfortunately we weren't able to get to another level or anything like that. So, but that was the end of that one. Going straight back up is pretty straightforward. It takes a lot of energy if you don't have anything to climb up on. And this one here had lots of ledges, so it wasn't that bad. If you're going free fall up, it's really difficult. So there's the top part. There's Terry up there. So well, I guess we'll just keep going down and see if there is another exit down here. Gonna make it tough to get up though. The very last 10 or 15 feet straight up and down, eh?
Okay, where should I be?
Right there.
Right there. Okay.
Okay, just give me the rope, I guess, because I can kind of put it down when it's away from the rock.
You can see that square hole down there, and now that looks like it was man-made. So, but there's all kinds of loose material. It was just real nasty getting down there. So I really didn't want to climb down there, and we didn't really have the gear on us. So we thought we would just hook the camera up and put it down there. It's difficult to see sometimes if these narrow openings are actually top of shafts or if they're just natural formations along the cliffs. So we put the camera down there, and it works actually really nice and safe. We can sit up the top there and look at it at home and see what's there. And pretty interesting down there, and yeah, maybe have a look at it if you want. But we didn't really see any indication that this was a mined level. We're kind of hoping it would be. So we had the camera straight down. We just put it down and pulled it back up. And then we hooked the camera back up and had it more on a vertical plane and had a look at it. But we didn't really see any indication that this was a mine. This last one we're looking at is the Emma mine. So this mine here, it goes down a long bloody ways. So there's a big hole in the bottom of this pit. And you can look down there, you can see the water. And we shot it down there. And actually, it wouldn't be a bad deal. You could actually drop a kayak or something straight down this hole and then go down the SRT, get in the kayak and paddle around this great big huge pond underneath there. But I just haven't got my head around doing that. And we're probably going to do it next year. The technique is good and it's pretty safe to do, but it's kind of a psychological thing to try to do that. So. But this could be really interesting underneath there. I'm sure no one's been there for forever. I mean, it's all black there. You can just see the black there. That's all water. It's a huge cave underneath there, and it goes down in the water. So it wouldn't be that hard to use two ropes, one to take the kayak down and then go down with the SRT with the other one. It's not a huge ways down. There's probably maybe 70 feet straight down. So maybe we'll do it for you next year if I can get the nerve up to do it. So. It'd be pretty interesting going down there and having a look there and just see what's there.
Okay, some of you maybe not too familiar with YouTube stuff, but it's real simple. When you're watching your video, you'll see there's a little subscribe thing in there. If you click on that, it takes you to the main page of the show,
and then you can subscribe or unsubscribe. So if you once you subscribe, then there's a little bell there. You hit that bell, and then you just click on send me all notifications for this channel. Then it gives you every time a new movie comes out, it'll just send you an email say a new movie's been released. The other kind of cool feature here is if you tip on the videos tab here, then it gives you a whole list of all the videos that have been downloaded in the whole last year. So you can look at any of the videos in order that we downloaded in the last year, and we got probably about 40, I guess.